Colin Scott was casually sightseeing at Yellowstone when one careless step sent him slipping into a steaming geyser pool. Rangers were stunned, tourists were horrified, and what happened next defied every rescue protocol they knew. Something far more disturbing was waiting beneath that boiling surface. So what really happened inside the pool that made his entire body vanish overnight? The afternoon at Yellowstone had started out beautifully. Bright blue skies, soft winds moving through the pine trees, and the unmistakable hiss of geothermal vents rising into the air like the breathing of some ancient creature below the earth. Visitors moved along the wooden boardwalks, taking pictures, laughing, and marveling at nature's raw power. Everything felt calm, deceptively calm. Colin Scott and his sister were among them. They were in their 20s, excited, energetic, and eager to explore areas of the park they'd only seen online. And in that excitement, they did what so many people do without thinking: they stepped off the designated path. Just a small detour, just a few feet, just for a better view. It didn't look dangerous. After all, nothing seemed to be happening on that patch of white, crusty ground. But something dangerous was hidden underneath, waiting. As they walked toward a shimmering pool, the air grew thicker, hotter, almost shimmering like a mirage. The ground felt strange beneath their feet, almost hollow. His sister even mentioned that it felt weird, a little too warm, a little too soft. But curiosity pushed them forward. Then, in a single instant, the world snapped. Colin took one step, just one, and the thin, brittle surface collapsed beneath him like cracked glass. He dropped straight down into the scalding, acidic water of the Norris Geyser Basin. His sister screamed, scrambling toward the edge, but the heat radiating upward was unbearable. The water churned violently, sending waves of steam into the air. Rangers rushed from the nearby station, but the intense heat made it impossible to approach. Something horrifying was already unfolding beneath that swirling, opaque surface. For hours, rescue teams tried everything they could. Equipment was brought in. Long poles were used to test the water. But each time they attempted to reach in, the searing temperature forced them back. Night began to fall, the steam glowing eerily in the fading light, and the entire basin gave off a feeling, like the earth was swallowing a secret it refused to give back. Something unsettling lingered in the air, as if what happened there wasn't just an accident, but a reminder of how dangerous this land truly is. As rescuers monitored the water, they quickly realized the situation was far worse than they initially thought. Yellowstone's hot springs aren't just boiling, they're acidic, with a chemical makeup strong enough to break down almost anything organic. And throughout the night, that's exactly what the water did. By morning, when the teams returned with proper protective suits, something chilling became clear. The geyser pool had consumed nearly everything. There was no body to recover, no remains to bring home. The earth had taken him completely. Even the items he carried, his wallet, his shoes, parts of his clothing, had dissolved into the pool. It was one of the rare moments in park history where the geothermal landscape showed its most extreme, unforgiving power. Rangers later described the scene as beyond rescue, a place where nature doesn't just injure, it erases.